All right. Welcome to both mics. I am going to get our
folks.
pictures up here.
Yeah.
There we are. Welcome to both mics.
A show about nothing and everything. That is Mike Sofka.
And that's Mike Taylor over there.
And together we are both mics. Welcome to show number 59 of Both Mics Heard Everywhere. Podcast can be heard. iHeartRadio, Podbeam, YouTube, Facebook, you name it. You can find us there. Find us live every Friday night, usually around 7 o'clock to about 9 o'clock Eastern Time-ish, kinda, on twitch.tv/bothmics. Give us a little subscribe.
Subscribe wherever you're listening. Give us a like, whatever. We just want to hear you and see you. We want to hear more of you. We want to, anyway.
We want to be your friend.
Yes.
I want to be your pals.
I hate talking about it, but I'm going to bring up this Gabby Petito thing. We've talked about this on past shows. A federal court in Wyoming issued the arrest warrant for Brian Laundrie regarding his actions following the death of Gabrielle Petito. So I guess what we talked about before with the credit card, maybe.
Yep. Bank fraud. Credit card fraud.
Laundrie, 23, disappeared after he initially refused to cooperate with police in the search for Petito. His family told investigators he had gone hiking in the Carlton Reserve in Orlando last week and never returned.
Wow, yeah. And supposedly they went out there and his car was there and they left it because they wanted to make sure that he had a way to get back home. And then they went out there the next day, and his car was still there. And they supposedly took it back to the house, I guess for safekeeping, or they were tipped off that he's never coming home. I don't know.
Yeah, that's odd. Why would you bring the car back? I get it, but if you know shit's going on, why would you? Wow.
Yeah. So
can they get the family for tampering with evidence?
Very possibly. I'm sure they can go that route if they want. But I'm sure his days are numbered, and it'll probably go down in a spray of gunfire.
Crazy.
Which will save everybody a lot of taxpayer money, but Nancy Grace will have to find something else to chase, So I don't think he's long for this world. Save everybody a nice long court case and all that stuff if he just takes care of it himself.
We're all looking for that Cinderella story. We're all looking for that thing to attach to. We haven't had a big national story like this in a while, or at least none that's publicized or exploited by the news media.
Right.
Anyway. Hey, are you a Tiger King fan?
No.
Have you ever watched Tiger King?
No.
Neither have I. But Tiger King 2 will premiere this year as Netflix reveals upcoming stuff here. This is according to Variety.com. Tiger King 2 will premiere this year as Netflix reveals upcoming true crime slate. Yada yada. I've never watched one episode. I hear people talk about it and everything. Once I hear gay cowboy,
you're out.
Nothing against gay cowboys. I'm just saying, I don't know. Maybe I need to watch it. I mean, I watch shows with gay people on it all the time. I'm sure there's gay people that I don't know they're gay, so it doesn't matter with that to me. What I mean is, if I want to watch a football game, it's because I like football. I'm interested in football. I'm not interested in this situation here, I don't think.
Yeah, white trash circus. No, not my thing either.
Didn't they close down the zoo or whatever they had there? And this Carol Baskin. What was the big thing with her? They're saying she hired somebody to kill this guy?
Killed this guy, and she supposedly killed her ex-husband or something.
Here it is. Although it remains unclear exactly when in the timeline of events Tiger... This whole thing just jumped. Hang on a second here. Although it remains unclear exactly when the timeline of events Tiger King 2 will pick up, footage within Netflix announcement video for its true crime slate shows clips of Carol Baskin, Jeff Lowe, and Joe Exotic phoning in from jail where he is currently serving a 17-year sentence for attempting a murder for hire plot aimed at Carol Baskin.
Wow.
They, people used to walk around and say, that bitch Carol Baskin, wasn't that the thing they used to say? That stupid bitch Carol Baskin.
Beats me, dude. I thought the guy was dead. I didn't know he was in jail. I don't know.
No, I think one dude died. I think the guy, it doesn't tell me this in this article. This is a very poor article, Variety.
Yeah.
Maybe I should know. Are these certain things that I should automatically know? They assume I know these things already.
Right? No, it's not how it works, Variety.
It's like when you go see a sequel to a movie, you got to find out where I have need to see the first movie to catch
Previously on Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, no.
I think they closed their zoo down, I think, right?
Yeah, something like that. I have no idea. It was the 15 minutes and the flash in the pan at one point, but just not my thing.
And again, not to emphasize the sexuality part of this again, but I just find it ironic. Here's a show about a dude who has this thing for tigers. He trains them. He has a roadside zoo or whatever they had there. And the only other people I know that do stuff like this were those two dudes that were always in Vegas, and they were, together, I guess.
Siegfried and Roy?
Yeah, and then one of them got eaten by one of their tigers or something.
Right, yeah. Well, grabbed by the neck and pulled off stage.
Okay, so the reason why I point that out is name another act or another situation, or name somebody by name that works with tigers.
No
one, right? Yeah. I just find it weird.
Exxon.
Exxon.
There you go.
Was it General Mills or Post, or does Tony the Tiger?
Kellogg's.
Okay, all right.
They're great.
Tiger Woods. What a train wreck that guy is.
Right. What's his real name?
I don't know. I thought his real name was Tiger Woods.
Yeah. You really you knew that? Yeah.
Yes.
Elric.
Shut up. Elric?
Yeah. I think it's Elric.
Elrick, Elric?
Something like that, yeah.
No way.
Tiger Woods' real name.
We have state-of-the-art technology here in our research department at bothmics.com.
Eldrick Taunt Woods.
Taunt?
T-O-N-T is his middle name.
And spell the first name.
E-L-D-R-I-C-K.
Wow.
Eldrick. Born December 30th, 1935, a professional golfer and entrepreneur. Turned professional in 1996. 1996, that's 21 years old. Wow.
Did his dad name him Tiger? Is that what it is?
Yeah. Come on, Tiger. Yeah, I can picture that easily. Why did Tiger Woods change his name? Earl Woods, serving in the United States Army during the Vietnam War, and that's where he told people he met one of his best friends, a South Vietnamese soldier named Colonel Vong Dang Pong. Okay. Pong's nickname was Tiger, and Earl began calling his son the homage of him. Oh, okay. So yeah, it was some guy he met in Vietnam was named Pong, and Pong means tiger in English, as I drop my phone.
Okay.
So yeah, in homage to a guy he didn't kill in Vietnam.
And to be clear, you're saying homage, not Amish.
It was the same thing, only different. Yeah.
Hey, Disney's in the news again. Disney's always in the news.
Again, still.
Yeah.
What's up with them now?
Well, there's a place that you and I know about that's across the street from, it's over there by 535 and I-4 called, and I'm thinking it's isn't that the Crossroads, something
Crossroads,
like that? Yeah, well, not to be confused with that, there's something called Flamingo Crossing Center in Metro Orlando. Disney's reviewing 8 new tenants headed there. And apparently this is going to be, check this out. This is according to bizjournals.com. The 200,000 square foot Flamingo Crossings Shopping Center, a Disney master plan development on the west side of the theme park resort, has revealed 8 additional restaurants and retailers who will be tenants there. Those adding to the growing list: Encore Nails, Hash House A Go-Go. I've wanted to go there. Have you heard of that place, Hash House A Go-Go?
Yeah. I actually looked it up one day thinking that we would go there in one of our trips to Orlando.
Yeah.
It's on iDrive.
Right. It's right by where I'm going to be next Wednesday. Maybe I'll pop in there.
Yeah.
Lime Fresh Mexican Grill.
Okay.
Nick Filet. I don't know what that is.
Nick Filet?
Nick Filet. Yeah, I guess maybe it's a steak place. I don't know.
Okay.
Ovation Bistro and Bar. Hang on. There's a couple more stupid pop-ups. PETA, like P-I-T-A, not the people who come after you for eating things with a face. Mediterranean street food. Starbucks.
PETA, is that short for pain in the ass?
Yes, right?
We're going to pain in the ass for dinner.
And something called Simply Cabri. Other tenants previously announced include 7-Eleven, Ben & Jerry's, Bento Asian Kitchen, and Sushi. That's where you get that thing called a bento box, I guess.
A bento box.
Domino's, Dunkin', Ellie Lou's Brews and Barbecue, Firehouse Subs, Five Below, Five Guys, Gaikaku Japanese Barbecue Dining, PDQ.
Jeez, that's a mouthful.
Persimmon Hollow Brewing Company, Pieology Pizzeria, Target, the UPS Store, Wendy's, and Walgreens.
Target?
Yeah, and in May, Disney apparently announced that Disney and Advent Health announced a partnership to build a 20,000 square foot freestanding emergency department at the town center for Disney guests, staff, and the community. Now, this is what caught my attention. This part coming up here. Hang on. Yada, 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 yada. I must have missed it. The development is chock full of various other establishments, including health facilities, hotels, employee housing, and more. When you worked at Disney, Did you know anybody that was an MKCP, Magic Kingdom College program? Did you know of anybody that was in that?
Yes.
My only understanding of that is those people got abused and used and friggin' worked to death for little money. And I guess they're living in Nebraska. They want to visit. Through college, this is a work program. Now they have a place to. They charge you to live there.
There's some college. Yeah. They take it out of your paycheck. There's some colleges in this country that you have to take an internship with Disney.
Really?
Yeah. And I know that from people who have actually were told this.
Well, there could be worse places. I mean, for what it's worth. I mean, even though I hate them out.
Resume. It's a good thing to have on your resume, but are you really learning business at Disney when you're inside of a freaking Winnie the Pooh costume? Yeah. And there's actually a place where they all live called Vista Way, and it's actually nicknamed Vista Lay.
Nice.
Because it's like a freaking orgy freaking scene from what I understand. But,
nice.
So be it. I don't know firsthand.
I was not going there.
I do not know firsthand.
I saw you break out the shovel and start digging. I was like,
believe it or not, when I worked at the RFC with you, one September I took on a part-time job as a photographer at one of the parks, which was awesome because it was the same exact uniform that we wore.
Perfect.
Just no blue patch on the shoulder. And I would go from one to the other and wouldn't have to get changed. And one of the guys I worked with was a guy named Christopher Mitchell, or Chris Mitchell. He lives out in L.A. And from what I can remember of him, he used to own like a extreme sports publication or like a skateboarding magazine or something. And he sold it off and basically went to Florida and joined a circus.
He ran away and joined a circus.
Like what I did from New York. I went to Florida and joined a circus. And believe me, it's a circus. And when he left, I lost touch with him. We were pretty good friends working together and lost touch. And by the power of Facebook, I found him one day. I was actually watching TV, and I saw Tony Hawk on TV, and I said, "Oh, reminds me of my friend Chris from when I used to work at Animal Kingdom."
Right.
Let me look him up.
Yeah.
And sure enough, I found him. I said, "Hey, what's going on?" And he's like, "Hey, how are you? Long time." He goes, "Guess what? I wrote a book."
Wow.
About working at Disney.
Wow.
Yeah. Cast member confidential. He actually wrote a book about the year that he worked there at Disney, and kind of leaked out, some of the backstage secrets that only people like us would know.
Did his book sell? Do you know? I mean, is it?
Yeah, it sold. I think I bought a copy or two, and it's still available.
Where does this guy live?
Last I saw, he was in New Orleans, and he was in real estate doing flips and stuff. So he's either in New Orleans or back in California, LA area, and wrote a book, Cast Member Confidential. The year he worked there at Disney.
We'll have to check that out. Maybe get him on the show.
Yeah, this was like 10 years ago.
Oh, okay.
I'm not in the book, so.
I put up the Volvo.
Uh-oh.
And that's Volvo, the car.
Yeah. Why is their logo the same as the male logo?
I don't know.
Arrow there pointing at 2 o'clock.
You're reading into stuff.
Yeah.
According to CNBC.com, this must be true then. Volvo says it wants all of its cars to be leather-free by 2030.
Oh, Lord.
So,
another funny story. Well, go ahead. We'll just finish this story, and then I'll tell you my
No,
story.
I was just going to say, I don't understand how they want their cars to be leather-free. I thought Volvo was like a luxury type car, so they're trying to use these other components. They're going to use something consistent of recycled and bio-based content for like fake leather. And I just, what's their new thing? Volvo, come buy us. We're boxy with fake leather. I mean, what?
Right?
I don't understand how they can sell cars like that. How can you say that in 8 years, which means you're drawing it up right now, because it takes a time to make crap happen, that you're not going to put real leather in your... Why don't you just say, hey, we're doing like Mike said before, we're reducing the pack size. I mean, that sounds like a cheaper way to go. Is this Green Deal, this new Green... Is this what's sparking this?
Well, maybe they're going to use the microplastics that are inside toddlers' bellies.
They're going to hire toddlers to poop microplastics.
To throw up in their... to poop and throw up in their cars.
Yeah.
There you go.
They can open up a series of daycares in each car. I like it.
I'm pretty sure you know this guy. We worked with the RFC together. He was a team lead, and he went on to work at Universal, and now he works for either Raymond James Stadium or the actual Buccaneers.
Wow.
Yeah. Friend of mine, at least. I'm pretty sure you know him. Yeah. Got a brand new car. Leather interior. White leather. Like a cream white leather interior. Beautiful car. He goes off to Dillard's last week, and he gets whatever he's going there for. Boxer shorts, whatever the case may be. And you ever picture a Dillard's bag, right? It's kind of a white or cream colored bag, and it has like blue lettering. It says Dillard's.
Oh,
Dillard's,
no.
Dillard's.
I see where this is going.
So he throws it in the back seat, and of course, in the heat of Florida, this bag virtually transfers like a tattoo, like a temporary tattoo, onto his leather seat.
Wow.
You pull the bag up, and it says Dillard's, 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 back in reverse on his brand new leather interior.
Wow.
So of course he's funny as hell. When he gets online, the way he tells his stories is just completely hilarious.
Is he just living with it, or has he found a way?
Yeah. Well, he kind of got on there on Facebook and said, "Hey guys, what can I do?" And I'm like, it looks like you're screwed, bro. You know, do you try bleach? You know, you scrub. What do you do?
Yeah.
It's on there. It's like hermetically plastered.
Did anybody give him like these home recipes, like get a half quart of vinegar, a third cup of bleach, and I mean, you gotta be careful with these home remedies and stuff. You could do that and make it worse.
Exactly. Smear it all over your car. Somebody actually said there was some kind of product that they got on Amazon, really inexpensive, and they put it on there, and they said it worked. Well, he said he tried it, and it didn't look like it was working. So, like, he just left it. And yesterday, he actually said that he looked in his back seat, yesterday by accident, and it was gone. And he took a picture of it, and it was like it never happened.
Wow! All right, good for him.
So I don't know what this product was that he used. It worked, and I thought he was screwed. I thought he was literally screwed.
Wow. Yeah, I had a car with light interior like that, light leather, the silver or gray leather I had. It was a custom job on this SS Impala I had. It was nice, but I didn't have any problems with it. I didn't have a problem like that. But I think they say that the leather you get in cars nowadays isn't all real leather anyway. So I mean, I don't see why this is a big deal. It's just to me, I think it's going to have the opposite effect. I think instead of showing that they're a green company and doing the right things, to me they're showing they're taking a different way that if I want leather in a car, if I want to buy an expensive car like that, I expect it to come with leather. I don't expect it to come with microplastic.
Yeah, I'm sure there'll be some sort of I don't know.
Again, hey, look, this is another thing for the get off my lawn guy.
Yeah,
I'm missing the boat. I got to get my act together.
You and me both, bro.
All
I'm
right.
over here eating gumdrops. You want a gumdrop?
Nice. Apple is
Buc-ee's
back in it. Oh, yeah, those are good. From Buc-ee's, huh? Good.
Nope.
Apple's back in the news for all the wrong reasons, I'm sure.
Okay.
Again. Hang on, let me pull it up here.
Are they rotting?
This is according to Gizmodo.com. Tim Cook, that's the head guy at Apple right now. Tim Cook tells employees that the company is hunting down leakers. We are doing everything in our power to identify those who leaked. Cook wrote an email to all Apple employees. Apple doesn't like its secrets to leave the premises, so it goes without saying that the company really doesn't like leakers. According to The Verge, the Apple CEO was peeved because two announcements he made at all hands meetings last week on the company's policy for unvaccinated employees who will be tested for COVID-19 frequently. And the Epic versus Apple antitrust case was leaked to the media shortly after the meeting. So he's got a company leak. This has what do they call that when somebody plants somebody in another company and they're trying to get their trade
espionage?
Yeah. This is a movie right here.
Well, it's probably the janitor.
Right.
There are janitors involved with the guy in Nigeria.
Yes.
And it's one big corporate circle. The guy needs money to send to his porn star girlfriend in Nigeria, and this is where he's getting it.
Right, because I'm sure she really looks like that picture. I'm sure if you ever talked to her on the phone, she'd be like, "Hello?
Yeah.
Smoking a Lucky Strike no filter. Hey, how you doing? Yeah, I got time. Yeah, I'm taking a dump. Pull down your pants. We got time."
Okay.
Yeah. Anyway. Hey, remember we were talking about Samsung phones?
Yeah.
This has been a constant topic for us.
That new phone, or were you talking about something else?
No, I'm going to talk about something else, though, because your Samsung phone gets a Google Photos locked folder for those spicy pics. I guess so when your child is picking up your phone and wants to play a game, they don't look at pictures they're not supposed to on your phone.
Which is ingenious. It's like one of those things that, why didn't I think of that 10 years ago?
Now here's the difference between the two companies, the ones that do Android phones and the ones that do Apple phones. Apple last month, when we talked about this, announced that they're going to start scanning phones for images of child pornography.
Right.
Meanwhile,
yeah,
Samsung is telling you that you could lock up certain. Does this mean Samsung is enabling child pornography, or does this mean Apple thinks there's a secondary market for that material and they want to capture it?
Yeah, either way, right? Wasn't expecting you to go on that angle.
No, it's freaking crazy.
Yeah.
Google announced that in May this year that it's bringing the locked feature to Google Photos. It's exactly what the name suggests. Users can get a secure folder inside Google Photos that's protected with a passcode or biometrics like a fingerprint. I think it's smart.
Wow. Now here's the key thing that you said. Can get. Not that it'll be offered. You can get one.
I'm just reading the article here by Sam Mobile.
Yeah.
Let's see here.
And here's the thing. You can get one.
Are they going to charge you for it?
For a price. Exactly. Yeah, that's the thing. Great idea. But yeah, if you have the need for one, you're going to pay for it.
I don't think so.
Well, why would they say can? Why would why would you not market it as something that everybody can have for free? If it's for free and you could sell it.
Well, that's how they do it. That's how they do it. They get you with the free service first, and then when they figure out what their benchmarks are, they figure out what they can sell. It's like the pack size thing. People are certain. When they buy a jar of sauce at the store, they're used to spending X amount. Well, okay, let them still spend X amount. We'll just shrink the size of the jar. I mean, it's the same thing. I think they get to evaluate the use and what people would pay for it.
I think the way they worded it with the word can. Not that it's available to you. You can have it. I think it's just the way they worded it, and they're going to charge right off the bat for it.
Yeah, I'm not gonna mess with that. You know why?
Well,
I have hard enough time pulling up crap on my phone anyway.
Yeah.
I need an extra step.
Actually, I don't know about you. You got no children in the house.
Right.
What kind of photos you're taking?
No, it's not.
Yeah, there's nothing going on in this freaking house where I need to look down a photo. Believe me. I'm taking pictures of my wife cutting the grass.
No, but I can see you. I would see this as just lock your damn phone anyway. There's a way to lock your phone anyway. With a certain. You could do the thumbprint. You could do. I don't do that, but I do a thing that takes a certain code. Like it's almost like 9 dots, and you have to pick the dots like sway through.
I never had a password or anything on my phone, any of my phones, until I went remote with my previous job, where I had to work from home, and then in order to authenticate the computer at home with what's going on at work, I had to download this BS on my phone. In order to have this BS on my phone, I needed to have a password. It gave me the opportunity to put a fingerprint on the sensor. I went with the fingerprint. So I've had a fingerprint thing on my phone since March of last year, 2020.
You like it?
And it's a pain in the ass. I'd rather not have it. But,
I got that thing with the lock, like I was saying, where you have to hit a certain code.
You have to make a code or a certain design.
And that's only because sometimes I pocket dial people or whatever. I want it to be locked. I don't want it to be.
Yeah, no, I couldn't care about that because it's a pain. Like if your finger's wet, it doesn't work right. You have to dry your finger. If you have crap in your hand and you're trying to manipulate your phone and you have it in your right hand instead of your left hand, you can't use your right finger instead of your left finger. It knows the difference. So yeah, it's a pain in the butt. But so be it.
Yeah, we'll be on the lookout for that. Oh, you know what? We're talking about technology stuff. I got a story about some technology stuff, but of course it involves our favorite people on the planet, the aliens. Hang on, let me get that going.
Buzz, look, an alien! Where?
Warning! Aliens are approaching! Warning! Biophysical experiments extremely dangerous to Earth people!
It's a pretty good robot. He's a little bit of an alien, too. But I think he's an alien. You could be an alien robot, right? Like, not all robots are domestic.
I computed the aliens. They are capable of sinister and dangerous acts.
You weird alien man!
All right, so these are the aliens. We talk about these guys just about on a weekly basis because they're always in the news. You're talking about Bezos, Musk, Zuckerberg, all the people that have too much money, too much technical power. They're changing our culture. These 10 people or so out of 7 billion on a planet are that much more advanced than us. They got to be from another planet. So there you go. There you have it. Brings me into our first story here, and that's about Facebook, and that's about our friend Mark Zuckerberg. And here he is putting on these new glasses.
What a cool dude.
Yeah, right?
I wish I was him.
This according to GrahamCluey.com. Facebook's Ray-Ban Stories glasses have got a problem. Yep, someone at Facebook thought that despite all the evidence, Google Glass may be and was a pretty neat idea after all. Yeah. Early this month, Facebook announced the worst idea that it has come up with in the last weeks. The social media Goliath has launched its first pair of smart glasses, Ray-Ban Stories. That's right, they're branded by Ray-Ban, almost as if Facebook knew that putting its name on devices that will be used to film others without their knowledge might be something of an own goal. So they're saying that they want this technology to have like a red light flashing on your glasses that says you're recording, because from the looks of it, Grandma at the Target doesn't know you're filming her because she wouldn't think that technology even exists. You know what I mean?
Right.
So
they tried that. They tried that with cell phones, right? That if you were to take a picture with a cell phone, it had to make a clicking sound.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that was like early on when in infancy of cell phone with cameras. Mine, I could turn it off. It doesn't need to go click, whatever the hell it does. Yeah, I can have completely silent. So. I don't know. Is that an FCC thing that they have to do?
I don't know. I'm looking at this and they say they would still show someone to spy on you. They could take a photograph or short movie, which presumably would end up posted on Facebook without your permission.
Yeah.
Well,
they show the camera. I have a better picture here, but I couldn't get it for our use here. But the cameras are actually like on the end.
So I'm guessing it would be like right here, right?
Right, on the corners, the top left corner and the top right corner of the glasses. There's a tiny, you can see in that picture, there's a tiny circle there.
Yep.
So they're saying that they want some sort of LED lights. They want something, and somebody else had a thing where they put a dot matrix display above them saying, "I am filming you." You know?
Yeah. Have like a little billboard across your head.
I thought they already had this technology.
Who are they? Who are these people that want this LED light?
It's about sales. It's about dollars. They can put Ray-Ban and Facebook together and make some money on plastic, more microplastic.
Well, Ray-Ban is owned by, what's the name of that company? I don't remember. But this particular company owns like 75% of all the eyeglasses and glassware in the world.
Really?
Yeah, Indica, something like that. I forget the name of it. There's a guy named Adam Conover who used to do a show called Adam Hates Everything. Or Adam Ruins Everything.
Right, yeah.
And he actually did a show on eyeglasses, prescription glasses, sunglasses. And it's one company. The company owns most of the eyeglass and sunglass companies, and it also owns iMed, which is the insurance company that every employer offers you. So, yeah, they make you pay for the insurance so that they could just discount their own eyeglasses.
Wow.
I forget the name of the company. It's it's Italian. It's an Italian company. Fuck. Don't remember.
Yeah.
Indica into something or other.
Well, there's an interesting thing here. Guess what that is? I put up a picture on twitch.tv/bothmics or YouTube, Facebook, however you're looking. This picture.
I actually saw this yesterday or the day before.
Did you?
It's the world's smallest drone.
Isn't that crazy? Flying microchips the size of a sand grain could be used for population surveillance, they're saying. These things are smaller than an ant. They show a picture of an ant, and this thing is like a quarter the size of the ant, if that.
All right. Now, here's the thing. You ever been on the beach and it gets windy and sand just flies everywhere?
I hear you.
How do you control this thing?
I don't know. It's interesting to me that everything's getting smaller. Like, you know, we've talked about this before too. Like, my phone. There's more battery, there's more power, there's more storage, there's more capability than there was on the first craft that supposedly went to the moon. I mean, and then now it's even smaller. The technology is even that much smaller, that much greater. Do you remember years ago, if you wanted to save something on a computer, you had to use a big floppy disk. Now you can use this or the cloud. You don't even need one of these little thumb drives anymore. So it's crazy.
Or an SD card, size of a postage stamp or smaller.
But here's my thing. I think these are going to be used more I think the government's going to find ways to use this for, not to say they're going to weaponize it, because I don't know how you weaponize that, but I guess if you get enough of them, you can really, like maybe, it's like you said, maybe because it's like a grain of sand that they'll blow away. So maybe they'll send 50,000 of these things somewhere, knowing that 1,000 of them will work.
Right. Yeah. What happens if you breathe one in?
The article goes on to say that I'm looking at through NPR.org. Their creators foresee microflyers becoming part of a large distributed collections of miniaturized wireless electronic devices. In other words, they could look like a swarm.
Wow. Okay.
There's a swarm of cameras coming after me.
Right? Okay. What do they use them for? I don't know. I only read like bits and pieces of the article.
I don't know. They say that the team that created this technology, the engineers, drew on inspiration from children's pop-up books for the construction of such tiny devices.
Okay.
The engineers first created a base and then bonded it to a slightly stretched rubber substrate, according to the news release. When relaxed, that substrate pops up into a precise three-dimensional shape. We think that we beat nature, they say. This is going to be a big thing.
You beat nature. God, what's next then? Oh. I gotta stretch my legs. Getting old.
I'm looking at more stuff on this, but I don't see anything more that's really interesting right now, so I'll move on.
But yeah, it's actually smaller than the tip of a pencil that they're showing here in the picture.
All right, this is gonna spark your attention here.
Uh-oh.
Here we go. According to I'm gonna say phys.org, phys.org. The title of this piece is "Come On In, the Water is Supersonic."
Okay.
Now, I don't know how they knew this because I didn't invite anybody. I didn't go for a prostate exam, but they say the interiors of Uranus and Neptune each contain about 50,000 times the amount of water in Earth's oceans. And a form of water known as supersonic water is believed to be at depths greater than about 1/3 of the radius of these ice giants. They go on to say supersonic water is a phase of H2O where hydrogen atoms become liquid like oxygen atoms, remain solid on a crystalline lattice. Although supersonic water was proposed over 3 decades ago, its optical properties and oxygen lattices were only accurately measured recently in experiments. Many properties of this hot black ice are still uncharted. So here's my question. How much supersonic water did they find in Uranus? That's what I need to know first.
Is that like a supersonic duvet? What do they call that thing?
Yeah, right, bidet.
Bidet, yeah.
I remember I was looking at a house one time and it had a bidet, and I made a joke that there were 2 toilets there, no waiting. You could hold hands with the person next to you. Of course, the real estate agent knew I was first class at that point.
Right. Wow. Unreal.
I want to know this. There has to be some value in some of these things that we're finding. Minerals, rare type things, this supersonic water and so forth. This has got to be what's driving the space industry, the so-called space tourism industry. But think about it. If they can go off the planet where nobody owns anything, supposedly,
right,
and just jump on a hunk of rock in space, and oh look, there's gold. Oh look, there's lithium. Oh look, there's this, and they extract all that and bring it back to Earth.
Right. But wouldn't it be radioactive to some degree without the protection of the ozone. I don't know.
They go on to say, buried deep within the core of planets, much of the water in the universe may be supersonic, and understanding its thermodynamic and transport properties is crucial for planetary science, but difficult to probe experimentally or theoretically. So they're not really going to know the powers or what they can do or what they can't do or what this does, this supersonic water. So while that's a great question. They say that they had found water on Mars and water on the moon and all this other stuff. Was it supersonic water?
Probably, from what this is saying, that most of the water out there is.
They go on to say our quantitative understanding of supersonic water sheds light into the interior structure, evolution, and magnetic fields of planets such as Uranus and Neptune, and also the increasing number of icy exoplanets.
Now, here's a question.
Yeah.
Say they do find gold or platinum, and they find like an abundance of it.
Yeah.
Doesn't the value of gold go down then? If they could bring back enough to
I
this
don't know.
planet?
I think it's like I read a story last week, and I didn't put it on the show here for us, but these tourist teenager or young adult divers somewhere like over by Greece, they're diving and they come up with these gold coins, and it turns out it's a giant treasure trove of gold coins in this area, and they look like the day they were minted. They're brand new looking on the bottom of the ocean floor. They got uncovered somehow. These kids found it, and these kids were given like a pat on the back and a gift card somewhere, and the government stepped in and goes, "We'll take it from here. We got this."
Wow. And so, like, that's like that meme I shared. Did you see the meme I shared on Facebook?
I probably did. But
A policeman and like a 12-year-old boy, and the policeman's giving this certificate to the 12-year-old
yeah.
Yeah.
Go ahead, tell it.
He found $12,000 on the side of the road, and I hope my kids aren't this damn freaking stupid.
Yeah, we're turning it in.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
God, that's probably got to be my superpower. Is not saying anything about something that I've done in the past. Like I've done something, and I just
now that's not true. That's what this show is based on. We're talking about our old past stories and stuff.
Yeah, well, there's some that I probably forgot what they are, but yeah, no, that's the thing. That's the fun I like of getting away with something. Is just telling absolutely nobody. Like, perfect example. I'll throw this one out there. Guy that I used to have a volatile relationship in high school. He hated me. I hated him.
And you probably didn't know why.
And I had no idea why.
Right.
And I just didn't like him. So, passive aggressive. Never told anybody this story in my life. Remember Playboy? Well, Playboy magazine.
Right.
Right, you open it up, and they have those things that you
Hold
rip
on
out.
Hold on a second. A magazine is a colored paper thing that you used to flip through. You used to buy them at stores and
pictures and
newsstands.
a lot of articles and advertisements.
All right, go ahead.
And you rip out this little coupon, and it was post-paid, and you fill it out, and you check bill me later, and you send somebody you don't like a prescription to Playboy. And this way you have to be 14 years old and explain to your parents why you're getting Playboy in the mail.
So who was doing this, you or the other guy?
Me!
Nice.
Yeah. I did it to this one particular kid. He hated me. I hated him. I actually broke my hand on his face in 8th grade. And, yeah, he got Playboy subscription, bill me later. First magazine showed up at the door. I would have loved to see what that is.
Well, I guess you could do that now in a way. I guess that could be done now. You get these sign up for email, sign up for newsletters in your email box or whatever. You could.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, but this was literally like, eventually he had to explain to his parents why he got Playboy in the mail.
Nice. Good. Well, I would let my kid get Playboy in the mail. That's fine. I'm okay with it. Whatever.
Yeah.
When you're done, as long as the pages aren't sticky, let me take a look at that.
Nice.
All right, so what is this? I just put a picture of something up there.
That's fireworks at Disney.
No, but that's a good guess.
Yeah.
According to mentalfloss.com, this is one of the 7
true.
oldest animals on Earth.
Okay. it's like a crustacean of some sort, I guess.
It's a red sea urchin.
Sea urchin, yeah.
Yeah, they said they're 1 to 200 years is their life expectancy. Is that what I'm reading here?
Wow.
Or is that how many years ago? Yeah, that's how many years ago. So what this article says is figuring out which animals are longest lived is tricky because some game the system. Immortal jellyfish, for example, clone themselves in juvenile polyp stage and a phase to which they can return later in life. It's a jaw-dropping feat.
Interesting.
It's basically this, but is the same jellyfish or is it a newborn copy? So you really don't know. Suspended animation is another loophole, according to the recent study on current biology. Scientists thought microscopic rotifers, which had been in a state of cryptobiosis in Siberian permafrost for 24,000 years, that started sexually reproducing like it was their morning routine.
Wow.
So with that in mind here, they've listed the top 7 oldest living creatures. This is one of them. This is one of the 7. This is a red sea urchin. I thought it would be fun for you to try to name the other 6.
Cockroach.
What's that?
Cockroach?
Cockroach. Sorry. Cockroach is not available.
Alligator.
Alligator is not on the list here. These are
Twinkies.
Turkeys are not on the list here.
Twinkies.
Yeah, well,
Twinkies.
I get it. Twinkies, yeah.
No, it's not on the list.
Close to a Twinkie, though. Yeah, you got real close. A deep sea sponge. They could be 2,300 to 18,000 years. There's a species of deep sea glass sponge produces an extremely large spicle or skeletal structure made of silica, which the sponge part on the top. It looks like an artsy floor lamp, much like tree rings and layers of silica record climate fluctuations as well as the age of the animal. A 2017 study of ocean composition over time that included this species estimated that they were between 5,000 and 18,000 years old. That's a long time to be around, dude. What are you doing? You're sitting in the ocean? Yeah, I'm just sitting here. 18,000 years. I can't sit in the living room with nothing going on for 10 minutes. I mean...
Wait, just sitting here waiting for my Uber ride.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
All right, here's another one that you may be familiar with. Greenland shark. Those are said
Yeah, of course.
Those are said to grow to be 400 or 500 years old.
Wow.
You know, they said a long time ago, like in early biblical days, like Old Testament time, that people did live a lot longer back then. Like Moses and other people were, who's the guy with the ark? Noah. These guys were hundreds of years old.
Really? I don't know about that.
It's in the Bible. Must be true.
Yeah. Well, that's possible. You know, there was more isolation back then. It's not like you wandered far from home, so you didn't intermingle with other people and other diseases and stuff.
Well, if that is true, if that part is true, why did we stop living that old? Is it because of our diet? Is it because...
Yeah. Because everybody wanted to go to Disney World. There were cooler places. They wanted to go to Greece or something.
Well, I mean, think about it, dude. I mean, we're on a planet. I think nowadays, if you live to be 100, that's considered to be a victory. You know.
Right.
But
that's the milestone that everybody shoots for.
So is that a good thing or a bad thing that these things live that long? Is it in our DNA to be able to regain that length? And would you want to live that long? Would you want to live that long?
Are you washing dishes in the background?
I'm not. The wife's doing something. You hear all the pots and pans and dishes and microwaves beeping and shit. I know. Yeah. It's what goes on here. It's all right.
Yeah. It's okay.
It happens. What am I going to do?
Yeah. So are there any animals on this list, or is it just all like crustaceans?
I did
weird...
spit out. There's a Greenland shark.
Okay.
Then there's a Ocean Quahog. I thought Quahog was that place where that guy lived on that cartoon show.
Yeah, that's somewhere in freaking
Rhode Island?
Rhode Island.
This is a mollusk.
A mollusk.
Yeah, they live to be
Okay.
200 to 500 years old.
Whatever.
And there's something called a bowhead whale. They think that's over 200 years old.
Wow.
There's a rockfish, 100 to 200 years old. Red sea urchin, and the this is one I thought you would guess, a tortoise. Aldabra
Really?
giant tortoise. They grow to be 189 years or more. They think that there's many more that are much older than that. They just can't prove it yet.
Yeah. When I worked for a particular company, we did invoicing for foreclosures, and after a bank would foreclose on a property, it would end up going back to the government, the property itself, and there was upkeep that needed to happen on these houses, and we would get these invoices for particular things, winterizing a house, broken window, cutting the grass, and we would approve them. And I got a bill once for $375
For what?
for the removal of a for the removal of a turtle in the backyard.
Yeah, that's amazing.
$375 to remove a turtle.
I worked for a company that wanted to expand, and they just built this place, and they wanted to expand on the lot next to them. Well, two things were impeding that. It was FAA thing, because it was right across the street from the airport, and it was in direct lining with one of the ways planes come in and landing, one of the runways.
Right, the flight path.
But the reason why they couldn't even get a section of that parcel was because of some sort of turtle was found to live on that parcel. So they couldn't do it because there's some friggin' turtle or something living on this land.
Yeah.
So, because they have to go out and they have to do this evaluation of the land and all that stuff with that.
Environmental studies and all that.
So this company just chalked it up and started looking elsewhere and started doing other stuff. Then they hooked up with a guy who, he was in politics in a local community. Then they figured out it's nice to have the politician on your side. Now all of a sudden they're knocking down fucking trees, putting up buildings there. It's amazing how that stuff works.
Yep. Yeah.
So
now all of a sudden the box elder turtle is not important.
Right. And
Yeah.
they would.
We moved on.
Yeah, they would tell you they could relocate them, but it'll cost so many hundreds of thousands of dollars. I'm like, are you for real? This thing could walk out on the road and get hit by a car in a minute.
Right. Yeah. Yep. Exactly. And more than likely, probably will happen.
Amazing how stuff gets done, right?
Yep.
Yeah, I play golf with this guy, and now we can expand our business 100%. Yeah.
Exactly. So I guess the landing strip in West Palm Beach has a bigger facility now. God, what a shithole.
We have to do a live remote from there.
Oh my God, no.
The bartender probably remembers me.
Yeah, they don't get cell service there.
When I handed him my credit card, he said, "What do you want me to do? Swipe this on my ass? It's cash only."
Yeah. Unreal.
They had a lot of fried eggs hanging on nails there.
Lord, a lot of yams.
It was disgusting. That was right after. What's that on your chin? My nuts.
Yep.
These are the insider stories, folks. If you want to become an insider, go ahead and hit me up, and I'll tell you how to do that.
Yeah.
These are the platinum paid member service only area stories.
Oh Lord.
Anything that's incriminating or can come back to haunt us with our wives.
Whatever. They really give a shit at this point.
By the time she gets to this show, it'll be old news.
Yeah. Say by
She's on show 19?
Yeah.
Okay.
So.
Well, she's got 40 more to go before she catches up with us.
Yeah. Now we've gotten this far. I think we're good. I think we're good.
I'm surprised.
Yeah. Well, whatever. Never mind. Check,
Right.
please.
So you do anything this weekend? You going anywhere? Do anything?
we're going to the St. Augustine Aquarium
Nice.
tomorrow.
Okay.
From what I'm able to tell and research by the Google machine, is I guess it's an outdoor aquarium. So it's not like a big established aquarium like you would normally see at Epcot or.
Is that near
Tampa.
a place that used to exist many years ago? Maybe it's taken over by that place. It used to be called. There was a park there, Marineland, I think was the name of it.
Yeah, I'll research it. It could very well be the same thing. I think Marineland is gone, but I could see it possibly being the same thing.
Because I've been there, if it's when I was a kid.
Yeah, it's only about 6 miles from where we live.
Oh, okay.
So,
All right.
so we'll see how that goes. Yeah, so it looks interesting. The kids will like it. That's the only reason I'm going. That and they offer discounts for St. John County residents. So I don't know if I think it's buy one get one or some deal like that. So we'll check it out.
All right, we expect a full report next week.
Yeah, we'll do a little what's hot in Florida report.
Yeah, no, that'd be cool.
The
Picture.
What's hot in Florida segment.
Yeah, that's taken off, by the way. I've got a lot of interest in that whole genre right now. So it's working out. It's slowly building. So if you have a business, if you have an idea, basically it's unique places, remarkable people, exciting events, something that's off the beaten path, not necessarily Disney, Universal, things like that for people in Florida.
Yeah.
Maybe a business, maybe a pizza place, a coffee shop, gator attraction or something like that. So it's made for small business. So
yeah, we should not do it like a segment, but we should have a little a segment inside the show of it.
Yeah, that was the original idea, but I'm kind of trying to make that its own little thing, even if it's a 5-minute here and 10-minute there thing. So we'll see.
Okay.
I've got an idea for and it's still in the works because I'm trying to iron it out. But I think I can make it work where I do an actual live show Monday, Wednesday, Fridays, midday for maybe hour, half hour, whatever, talking about just those things that events and stuff going on, places, interesting people and stuff in Florida. We have a ton of stuff. We might as well use it.
Right.
Might as well go places. That's why I'm excited what you guys are doing with the kids. You're taking them places. You're doing. That's what you're supposed to do.
Well, was it last week? Week before last, we went to a minor league ball game. The Jacksonville Jumbo Shrimp play at 1-1 Financial Stadium, right by the Jacksonville Jaguar Stadium, TIAA. They have an amphitheater. They have the football stadium. They have a baseball stadium, and they have the like arena, Memorial Arena. I see Motley Crue and Green Day there, and the 1-1 Financial ballpark. We went there and took the boys to see the baseball game. Nice. And we get a couple innings out of them, and then they start to get freaked out and everything. And we just grabbed some food, and it was a doubleheader.
Well, we expect a full report next week of the aquarium here, the outdoor aquarium. We got about 35 seconds left, so I'm gonna skip some shout outs here. Sorry, you got your shout out in last show, and I'm gonna punch up the outro, and we're gonna be out. All right, Mike. We'll see everybody next time. We're coming up on show 60.
Wow.
Ouch.
We're old.
All right, here we go. See ya.
Take care. Ciao.